Good morning and a very warm welcome to all our viewers on Doordarshan Sports as we bring you the morning live show program Sports Cafe. I'm your host Arjun and joining me in the studio is our eminent sports expert Shri G. Rajaraman. A very warm welcome to the program, sir.
Good morning, Arjun.
Well, Sports Cafe is divided into two segments. The first segment is on the press review, the world sporting events that is covered in our newspapers on a daily basis. And the second segment is on yoga. So let's now move on to our first segment, which is a press review. Well, looking at the headlines right now, Virat Kohli in some controversy over ball tampering after the second test match victory, and Faf du Plessis from South Africa accused of ball tampering and found guilty as well, and this guilt by association is making the headlines in different newspapers. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar is back in the Indian squad for the third test match. Gautam Gambhir unfortunately has been dropped after coming back into the first test match at Rajkot. Plenty of coverage across the vernacular newspapers, Dainik Jagaran, Dainik Bhaskar, with news that the swing bowler is back into the side. The West Indies T20 team for the women have won 3-0 against India, and the skipper quite popular with the Indian crowd as well, and that's a coverage we've seen in the press review. So let's begin with what's going on in the world of cricket. Guilt by association, Virat Kohli and Faf du Plessis making the news. Faf du Plessis especially guilty of ball tampering. Incidentally, it is a second incident of ball tampering, the last being 2013. But under the new ICC Code of Conduct, which came into force in September this year, it makes it the first attempt by Faf du Plessis, the South African captain. And they've had a good run so far in Australia, winning the first two test matches. So we have our guest expert, Mr. Rajaraman, telling us what's going on in Australia. We can see there in the Times of India that the British media stirs up Kohli controversy. There is no formal allegation against Virat Kohli yet, but Faf du Plessis found guilty of ball tampering, fined his entire match fee, and cannot be a repeat offence. If it is, then he should be suspended for the remaining matches if he's found guilty in the next 24 months. This is according to my discussion with Mr. Rajaraman before the program, and he will now shed some light about what's really going on in this program. Mr. Rajaraman, ball tampering, we've heard of that before, but now there is evidence of ball tampering by the South African captain.
I think Faf du Plessis was stupid really to be doing what he did and to be caught on television doing that. It's not the first time somebody is applying spit to the ball or sugary spit to the ball. Chewing gum has been used before. There have been attempts to make the ball do some reverse swing, but Faf I think was downright stupid, and slow motion makes it even worse for him. And I think when a complaint is lodged by the ICC itself, not so much by the umpires or the match referee, but by the ICC itself, it calls for serious introspection by the South African captain.
So this is in the context of Australia losing to South Africa at home. Was there any advantage to the South Africans because of this ball tampering?
I think Australia played very poor cricket. I don't think Faf needed to do what he did for South Africa to win the second test match 2-0 in Hobart. I really believe that Australia needed to bat better. I don't think it made much of a difference, but he was being plain silly when he attempted to tamper with the ball the way he did.
So there have been allegations in the past about using Vaseline or a cork altering the seam of the ball, but now they are chewing mint or some sweets. How effective is that in altering the course of the ball?
I think what they're trying to do is make one side of the ball heavy. They shine one side and the other side is roughed up, and when you're shining the ball, when you apply there is a bit of sugar in that. The sugar soaks into the leather and it makes one side heavy and allows the ball to do some reverse swing. I think over the years teams have perfected the art of making a ball you shine the ball one side, the other side is roughed up. Everybody knows it. But there are other techniques that teams use to make one side heavier. So when one side of one half of the ball is heavier, the aerodynamics determine that it does some tricks for the batsman to negotiate. I think there is some advantage to be drawn by applying some sugar onto the ball.
So the allegations against Virat Kohli is only in the newspaper by a certain British tabloid. The Hindu says that the limitation period for lodging a complaint would be by the opposing team within 5 days of the incident allegedly happening. So what's the latest on Virat Kohli?
We've seen only a report by a British tabloid. That's par for the course. What else would you expect from a British tabloid, Arjun? They would keep raking up controversy after controversy. A team has lost by 246 runs, and if you are tampering the ball, it is primarily for reverse swing. And Mohammad Shami picked up just a couple of wickets. I think he was too quick for the English batsman at that point of time. I don't think there was too much reverse swing or anything happening. I don't think the England team will complain really. But if the ICC prefers to lodge a complaint against Virat Kohli, and then I'm sure the investigations will continue. At the end of the day, it's the umpires who make the call. If the umpires believe that he was tampering the ball, then he might be docked a few points. I don't think he's under threat of missing a test match yet.
Well, all this is in the background of the success that the respective captains have had for their sides. Virat Kohli leading the Indian side to a second test match victory, taking the lead of 1-0 in the 5 test match series against England. And now our test rankings have gone up to the 4th position. And you can see that in the Hindustan Times headlines as well. Kohli versus Root race for the number 1 spot hots up. So we are seeing our test rankings improve with performances at home. There is a 3rd test match that is also coming up. The Dainik Jagaran पहली बार शीर्ष 4 में पहुंचे कोहली, leading the side to the number 4 ranking so far.
No, Arjun, I think they're talking about how Virat Kohli is number 4 in the ICC batting ranking. India is number 1. There is no dispute about that. The contest between Virat Kohli, he's got into the top 4 for the first time as an individual batsman. So it's going to be interesting to see if he has another couple of good knocks, he might be actually dislodging the best batsman in the world.
So as a batsman, he is clearly performing for his side. But in terms of test rankings, how is that computed? What are performances abroad that allow us to be termed as a number 1 test rank team?
It is not just your performances overseas, it's your performances over 18 months that come into play. How you perform over 18 months, if you have won test matches, won series, won against tougher opponents, all that is taken into account. And I think if India does well in the home series, it will stay number 1 for some time. That's how Pakistan got to number 1, because it started playing well at home. Home meaning United Arab Emirates for them. For them to be winning at home was important, so they got onto the number 1 spot. But India has dislodged Pakistan, and I think if you continue to do well at home, you will be number 1 for some time to come.
So we have this 3rd test match coming up. England has made that reversal. They were, if I remember correctly, 2012, where they came back to win the test series. What happens if England do come back strongly in this test series?
I think on the basis of what we've seen in the Vizag test match, Arjun, England needs to be mentally tougher than it really is. At this point of time, it does look like England is struggling. They've had a couple of good knocks, but if Joe Root doesn't perform for them, England will be struggling against the Indian attack. They seem to have a mental block against spin bowling. If they can overcome that, they can be competitive. But I can see India having got the stranglehold over this series at this point of time. Yes, it's a 5 test match series. India's got a 1-0 lead at the end of 2 test matches. 3 more matches to go. England can bounce back, but I don't see that happening.
Well, let's look at the 3rd test match with players making an entry into the squad and those exiting. So we have Gautam Gambhir being dropped for the 3rd test match, and Bhuvneshwar Kumar coming back as a swing bowler for India. Gautam Gambhir, who played in the 1st test match, disappointing his fans and the officials at the selection board. Bhuvneshwar Kumar ki wapsi, Gambhir bahar. This is the headline on Dainik Jagaran. And then Amar Ujala, Bhuvneshwar ki wapsi, Gambhir bahar. The bowlers in some focus. Mohammad Shami doing very well in the second test match, ensuring India's win, getting that vital breakthrough, dismissing Joe Root, if my memory serves right, and really using the bouncer to good effect. Maybe they've learned something from that. Let's look at what our expert has to say on Bhuvneshwar Kumar's return to the test squad.
I think it was expected. He had a back injury. He picked up a 5-4 the last time he played for India, but he had a back injury, went back for rehab, and then played a first-class game, played the Ranji Trophy, and now he's available for selection. And since Rahul is back, it was only expected that Gambhir would go back to first-class cricket, because Rahul is the preferred opener, and Shikhar is also back in domestic cricket. So Gambhir was only the fourth choice as an opening batsman. So it was on the cards that Bhuvi would be back and Gambhir would go back to first-class cricket.
So that's the action as far as the men's cricket is concerned. There is action also from women's cricket, but unfortunately, India turning out on the losing side. The West Indies women's side have won 3-0 in the T20 series against India, and their captain Stephanie Taylor has been very impressive for the West Indies. We can see the coverage on Dainik Bhaskar. I know that this story has been covered extensively in the Hindu as well. Amar Ujala, विंडीज महिला क्रिकेट टीम में भारत के खिलाफ किया clean sweep. So that is the headline on Amar Ujala. A 3-0 T20 sweep against India. How would you rate the Indian team? I know Harmanpreet Kaur tried her level best in the third T20 to really make a difference, but to no avail.
World champion side, West Indies, not going to be easy playing them in a T20 format. India did well in the in the 50-over format and won the series. So West Indies came back strongly in the 20-over matches. You would expect West Indies to do really well. They've got the all-round strength. India's work in progress as far as the T20 side is concerned, and new captain Harmanpreet Kaur. So it will take India a little bit of time. But good thing is they're playing matches. You can see them in focus. So it's very important that they keep playing these games so that the Indian team can sharpen its skills.
Well, apart from that, the women's cricket is gaining popularity. At least that's what the pictorials is telling us. I don't know what the viewership is. What's your view?
I think on television people don't watch too much women's cricket. People don't watch Test cricket. So when you get the option, you would, and when you're playing in a city like Vijayawada, on the outskirts of a city like Vijayawada, you would actually find a little bit of fan following. People do turn up for matches at smaller venues. That's what we got to see in the Test matches in Rajkot and in Visakhapatnam as well. But realistically speaking, women's cricket has some work cut out before it becomes a television product.
Well, speaking about women sports, we have the Senior Women's Boxing Championship, which is being held in Haridwar across 7 weight categories. Dainik Jagran is covering it, and the news making headlines is newcomer Sonia Chahal defeating the much favoured Basu Matari, who is the Asian Championship and World Youth Bronze medalist. There's also action across other weight categories: 48 kilograms, 51, 54, 57, 60, 64 and 69 kilogram weight category. We can see the pictorial there of the boxer Sonia Chahal. The other boxer making the impression there has been across the 48 to 69 kilogram weight category. They're also using the manual scoring now for the championship after our much favored boxer as far as women is concerned. How do you see boxing panning out?
I think it's very important for Indian boxing, not just for women boxing, that a national is being held after such a long time, and there is some following. There is some media interest in it as well. Very, very important that amateur boxing flourishes. We have a lot of professional boxing coming through. Some of our best boxers are turning professional. But if you don't have amateur boxers coming through, both in women and in the men's categories, you're going to struggle in the Asian Games and in the Olympic Games as well. So it was very important that the new federation that was elected recently conduct a national championship. So full credit to Mr. Ajay Singh, who's president of the Boxing Federation of India. for having got off the blocks with a national like is happening in Haridwar.
So we have Saruj Bala Devi just scraping through. It's quite competitive right now, and with the post Medicom bench strength we have for women's boxing, how competitive they are in international boxing right now?
I think India will struggle a little bit. To be very honest, there has been a long gap between conducting nationals. So it's the same set of boxers who have come through. So it's nice that someone like Sonia has come through to beat an Asian medalist. It's very important that there is depth in women's boxing, that we find new boxers as well. So amazingly, without a federation in place, there have been some new boxers. So full credit to the coaches who have trained them, full credit to parents who have supported girls to go out and box.
Well, that's the first segment, the press review of the sporting events across the globe, especially in India as well. We now move on to our second segment, which is on yoga. And we will look at the yoga asanas, postures, pranayam, and the ability to breathe through either nostril.
महर्षि पतंजलि ने प्राणायाम का वर्णन करते हुए लिखा है, श्वास प्रश्वासयोर गति विच्छेदः प्राणायामः, अर्थात श्वास और प्रश्वास के मध्य जो अंतराल है उसमें विच्छेद स्थापित कर, यानी उसमें अंतराल में लंबाई बढ़ाकर, यानी श्वास और प्रश्वास के मध्यकाल को बढ़ाकर जिस परिणाम को पाया जा सकता है उसका नाम प्राणायाम है। प्राण की विभिन्न गतियों को, विभिन्न आयामों को नियंत्रित करना प्राणायाम के द्वारा समस्त मनोकायिक विकारों पर विजय पाई जा सकती है। आइए इसी श्रृंखला में हम आज प्राणायाम के कुछ प्रयोग सीखें। प्रारंभ ओंकार नाद से ही करेंगे। समूची चेतना को आज्ञा चक्र पर केंद्रित करें। भ्रूमध्य के पीछे रीढ़ में सहजता से पलकें बंद कर लें और दीर्घ श्वास भरकर, लंबी गहरी श्वास भरकर ओंकार नाद करें। पुनः एक बार लंबी गहरी श्वास भरिए। शांत होता जा रहा है, मन शांत और प्रशांत होता जा रहा है। प्राणायाम के अभ्यास क्रम को प्रारंभ करेंगे अनुपातिक श्वसन से। अनुपातिक श्वसन अर्थात श्वास आने और जाने की गति के मध्य एक आदर्श अनुपात स्थापित करना। सहज मंद गति से आ रही श्वास को धीरे धीरे आते हुए देखें और गिनती गिनें। जैसे ही प्रश्वास निकलने लगे, अपनी आत्म चेतना का अंकुश प्रश्वास की गति पर इस प्रकार लगाएं कि गति मंद हो जाए और धीरे धीरे 2 गुना समय में प्रश्वास बाहर निकले। इस प्रयोग को निरंतर दोहराएं। धीरे धीरे श्वास अंदर आए। जितने समय में श्वास अंदर आए उससे लगभग दुगने समय में मंद गति से प्रश्वास बाहर निकले। धीरे धीरे श्वास अंदर आए, लेने का प्रयास न करें। धीरे धीरे मंद गति से आत्मचेतना के नियंत्रण से दुगने समय में प्रश्वास बाहर जाए। आइए अगला प्रयोग सीखें। कपालभाति क्रिया। दोनों नथुनों से वेग पूर्वक नासिका से कपाल तक घर्षण करते हुए श्वास खींचें, इस प्रकार कि श्वास आते समय ध्वनि हो, और जब वापस प्रश्वास छोड़ें तो कपाल से नासिका पर्यंत घर्षण कर वेग पूर्वक श्वास को छोड़ें। करेंगे कपालभाति क्रिया। सहज साधारण श्वास के साथ ठहर जाएं। सहज मंद श्वास, स्वाभाविक श्वास। मन मस्तिष्क शून्य हो गया है, एकदम गतिहीन। यद्यपि कपालभाति प्राणायामों की श्रेणी में नहीं गिना जाता, लेकिन प्राणायाम करने के पूर्व यह दोनों स्वरों को वेग पूर्वक वायु के घर्षण से शुद्ध कर प्राणायाम करने योग्य उचित वातावरण तैयार कर देता है, उचित सामर्थ्य प्रदान करता है। यह वास्तव में षटकर्मों के अंतर्गत आने वाली एक शोधन क्रिया है। इस शोधन क्रिया द्वारा हमने समूचे स्वर तंत्र को और श्वसन तंत्र को शुद्ध किया है। अब हम सीखेंगे प्राणायाम के कुछ प्रयोग, जिनमें प्रमुखता से हमारे श्वसन मार्ग और हृदय तथा फेफड़ों को शुद्ध करने की दो प्रमुख क्रियाएं हैं, उज्जाई प्राणायाम और भस्त्रिका प्राणायाम। सर्वप्रथम हम करेंगे उज्जाई प्राणायाम। कंठ से हृदय पर्यंत वायु को घर्षण करते हुए ऐसे खींचें और ऐसे छोड़ें कि वायु के आने जाने की ध्वनि पैदा हो और कंठ में वायु के घर्षण से ऊष्मा पैदा हो। इस ऊष्मा को निरंतर बार बार घर्षण दोहराकर कंठ में इकट्ठा हो जाने दें। जब कंठ में भरपूर ऊष्मा इकट्ठा हो जाए तो घर्षण से श्वास को अंदर लेकर अंदर रोक लें। अंदर रोकते समय थोड़ी को सीने पर लगाएं, यानी जालंधर बंध लगाएं। मूल बंध लगाएं, यानी गुदा द्वार का संकुचन कर लें। जितनी देर सुखपूर्वक रोक सकें उतनी देर ही श्वास को रोकें। जब श्वास न रुक पाए धीरे से सिर सीधा करें। दाहिना स्वर अंगूठे से बंद कर बाएं स्वर से अत्यंत धीमी गति से रेचन करें। रेचन करते समय सबसे महत्वपूर्ण बात यह ध्यान रखें कि मूलबंध न छूटे। जैसे ही रेचन पूर्ण हो मूलबंध शिथिल कर दें, स्वर खुला कर दें और दोनों स्वर से सामान्य गति से श्वास चलने दें। आपको हमारे साथी उज्जाई प्राणायाम का प्रदर्शन कर दिखा रहे हैं। प्रारंभ करें उज्जाई प्राणायाम। जैसे ही श्वास रोकने की क्षमता समाप्त होने लगे धीरे से सिर सीधा करें। मूल बंध पर नियंत्रण रखें। दाहिना स्वर बंद करें। धीमी गति से नाभि का आकुंचन करें। पेट को भीतर दबाएं और धीरे धीरे श्वास छोड़ें। पेट भीतर दबता जाए, श्वास निकलती जाए। पूरा श्वास निकल जाने पर हाथ नीचे ले आएं। मूल बंध ढीला छोड़ें, पेट ढीला छोड़ें। सहज साधारण श्वास, सहज साधारण श्वास। कंठ में घर्षण से जो ऊष्मा उत्पन्न हुई है उसे इस समय भी कंठ में अनुभव करें। कंठ में घर्षण के कारण जो कंपन पैदा हुआ उस कंपन का प्रभाव कंठ के पीछे रीढ़ तक अनुभव करें, विशुद्धि चक्र तक अनुभव करें। समूचा श्वसन तंत्र शुद्ध हो गया है, कंठ मार्ग शुद्ध हुआ है, श्वास नलिका शुद्ध हुई है। वायु के आवागमन में आने वाले सारे अवरोध दूर हो गए हैं। शुद्ध रक्त सीने से लेकर कपाल तक पूरे ऊर्ध्व भाग में प्रवाहित हो रहा है। इसके पश्चात अब हम सीखेंगे हृदय, फेफड़ों और समूची रक्तवाहिनियों को एक साथ प्रभावित करने वाला अत्यंत महत्वपूर्ण प्राणायाम भस्त्रिका प्राणायाम। भस्त्रिका अर्थात धोकनी, धोकनी की तरह, कंप्रेशर की तरह वेग पूर्वक सीने से वायु के आवागमन के कारण हृदय की पंपिंग क्षमता और फेफड़ों की संकुचन और विस्तार की क्षमता बढ़ाकर तेज गति से सारे शरीर में रक्त का प्रवाह करके रक्त के मार्ग में जितने भी अवरोध इकट्ठा हैं उन सब को हम शरीर से निकाल बाहर कर सकते हैं भस्त्रिका प्राणायाम द्वारा। देखिए आपके सम्मुख हम प्रदर्शन कर रहे हैं भस्त्रिका प्राणायाम। करें, सीना फुलाकर श्वास भरें और वेग पूर्वक सीना नीचे लाते हुए घर्षण के साथ एक तीव्र वेग के साथ ध्वनि के साथ श्वास छोड़ें। सदैव श्वास छोड़ना प्रयत्न पूर्वक है। आते समय सहजता से आए, सीने का विस्तार हो, जाते समय घर्षण से जाए, ध्वनि के साथ जाए। धीरे धीरे लयबद्धता से गति बढ़ाते जाएं और पूर्ण वेग तक जाएं। पूरी क्षमता से जितना तेज गति से श्वास को चला सकते हैं चलाएं। हृदय की पूरी पंपिंग क्षमता बढ़ाएं, फेफड़ों की पूरी क्षमता बढ़ाएं। अब धीरे से बायां स्वर बंद कर लें। दाहिने स्वर से लंबी गहरी श्वास भरकर अंदर रोक लें। दोनों स्वर बंद, जालंधर बंद, मूल बंद। थोड़ी सीने पर चिपका लें, मूल बंद लगा लें। जितनी देर सुखपूर्वक रोक सकें रोकें, श्वास को दृढ़ता पूर्वक रोकें। जब न रुक सके धीरे से सिर सीधा करें। धीरे से सिर सीधा, बायां सुर खुला। मंद गति से पेट को भीतर दबाते हुए मूल बंद लगाए रखते हुए धीरे धीरे श्वास छोड़िए। पूरा श्वास निकल जाए, हाथ नीचे, बंध शिथिल, सहज साधारण श्वास। सीने के इस विस्तार और संकुचन का स्पष्ट प्रभाव हृदय के पीछे रीढ़ पर अनुभव हो रहा है। अंत में आनंद मदिरासन के आसन की स्थिति में हम विश्राम करेंगे। पेट के बल लेट जाएं, पेट के बल लेट जाएं। दाहिने पैर का घुटना मोड़ें। आपके दाहिने पैर का घुटना मोड़ लें। दाहिना हाथ कोहनी से मोड़कर रखें। बायां पैर सीधा, बायां हाथ सीधा बगल में। गाल दाहिना टिका हुआ और शरीर यथेष्ट शिथिल। बायां गाल टिका हुआ और शरीर यथेष्ट शिथिल। ढीला छोड़ें, ढीला छोड़ें, ढीला छोड़ें और ढीला। जैसे छोटा सा बालक इस सहज अवस्था में, विश्रांति की अवस्था में सारे शारीरिक तनाव भूलकर, सारे मानसिक द्वंद्व भूलकर विश्राम पाता है, ऐसे इस आसन में शरीर के सारे तनावों से मुक्त हो जाएं, सारे विषादों से मुक्त हो जाएं, सारी चिंताओं से मुक्त हो जाएं, तनाव मुक्त और शांत और शिथिल और शिथिल और शिथिल। इस प्रकार हमने देखा कि किस प्रकार हम इन विभिन्न प्राणायाम के अभ्यासों के द्वारा शरीर और मन को एकात्मता की स्थिति में लाकर शरीर और मन के बीच जो द्वंद्व है उसे समाप्त कर दोनों के मध्य एक तालमेल स्थापित कर शरीर और मन दोनों को एक साथ स्वस्थ करने में सफल होते हैं। इसी प्रकार हमारे आगे के अन्य अंकों में हम और भी अनेक क्रियाओं को आपके सम्मुख प्रस्तुत करते रहेंगे। देखते रहिए हमारे साथ सहज श्वास। नमस्कार।
Well, that was our second segment on yoga, where Pandit Chandrasekhar Azad performed the Kapal Bhati Kriya, which is a vascular exercise to normalize your breathing and these exercises beneficial to the health, and also breathing through either nostril, the controlled breathing that comes in. We also saw postures, asanas performed by the Pandit and his two disciples, and pranayams, once again breathing essential for union of body and mind early in the morning. Well, that was the second segment on yoga. We also like to thank our guest expert, Shri G. Rajaraman, for being with us on this program, Sports Cafe, and giving us his views on what's been covered in the press. Thank you so much.
Always a pleasure, Arjun, and have a lovely day. Have a beautiful, beautiful day.
Well, with that sentiment, having a lovely day for the rest of the day, and do start your day with performing yoga so that the rest of the day goes off well. Do give us your views on our program and how to make it better on the social media websites of Facebook, Twitter and YouTube. Well, that was the presentation on Sports Cafe. It is a daily program. It starts at 9 in the morning and finishes at 9:30 in the morning as well. Do join us again tomorrow. Till then, it is goodbye and namaskar.